but Chukwu Abiyama alone do we worship. That is why we offer him praise. That is why we offer him adoration and adulation. That is why we have come to submit all that we are today, likely to be tomorrow, and any time in the future, to the mercy and the grace of the throne of heaven. Therefore, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa ọbasi bi n'igwe, nna eze onye ebube, nara ngọzi nara otuto nara ịja mma niile onye nwe m na Chineke. Anyị na-akpọku aha nsọ nke gị, anyị na-erubere gị isi, na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, n'ihi na onweghị onye ọzọ anyị ga-efe ma ọ bụ naanị gị Jehova. Only you are we going to worship. Therefore, we present before you this very evening. We are fallible. We are blemished. But we trust in you and not in man. Therefore, this very entity, this very sceptered land that you bequeathed to our ancestors, this very place that when you were bringing us to, there was no Awusa Fulani anywhere to be seen. But we became so sinful that the very uncircumcised, the very, very Gentile, that is, the white people, British especially, they came, they pillaged, they killed, they colonized, and they handed over your children to those who don't know you. They handed us over to those people. And here we are today. We cannot even worship you properly. We are petitioning you, Chukwu Abiyama, in heaven. Please have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon your children. As we sang when we were younger, please, my Lord, be merciful unto your children. This wasn't your plan for us. There was no time you created us to become subservient. Can you how can your children be slaves? How can your children, your handiwork, the people that you made, how can they become subservient to those who don't worship you? Unthinkable. Is there anything that you want us to do that we are not doing? Is there any other special way? Chukwu Abiyama binigwe, in what way have we wronged you? Are you not merciful anymore? Why are we being humiliated? Why are we being shamed this very way? We call upon your grace with every authority bestowed in us as your children to ask you to come down here to give us the courage, the strength, and the fortitude to resist this very evil that is fast advancing and enveloping your children. Never forget that we represent the light. You created us to bring light to this very darkened and hate-filled continent. The time has come for you to make us whole once again. We have sinned and we have confessed openly. We call upon you. We have nobody else if not you. Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We have nobody else. Nobody else. We have nobody. That is why we come to you. You are not man. Please be merciful. Please raise your children from all over the world, from IPOB families all over this very planet. Give them the vision, the wisdom, the understanding to discern what is to come, and to render every help at their disposal to ensure that your glory will be witnessed upon this very earth, as was prayed for by Yahweh Yeshua, that your kingdom will come and your will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. So Biafra ka na your Chineke. I don't want money. I don't want anything to do with wealth. All I want is Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. We are not doing anything with wealth and riches. So when you have Banco, absolutely nothing. All we ask for is Biafra. That your name may be worshipped, that you may be praised. Mankind, because of Biafra, will come back to you once again. They will say, we did everything to stop them, but they prevailed. That means that their God is very, very strong. And when they come to us and ask us, please tell us the name of this your God, we tell them, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We do so that your name may be praised now and to eternity. He say.
Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, wherever you are all over the world, I welcome you to this very early morning segment, Moment of Inspirational Grit on Radio Biafra Extra, actually streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Supreme Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Lord Mazi Uche Okafor from Anambra State. Abatiti in Anambra State, Biafra land, the man who has constantly assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Of course, he's standing in the deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, Umuahia Province, Biafra land, Lord Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And for the avoidance of doubt, I remain George Unibe. George Unibe is from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. I welcome you once again. Good people, this is the very faithful day, the 26th of the month of February, the year of Chukwu Okike Abiyama 2019. We will not proceed until we acknowledge the Almighty Creator. His ways are not the way of man. You will not understand it. But if he lead the way, then we will follow. For every other man are just dust and bread. They don't exist. They are here today, tomorrow they are gone. Only he remains. And I must tell you, it is a great privilege that he is the one who has set our feet upon this path. Many people in IPOB do not know that IPOB is simply a divine project from the Creator himself. And so when you see Pharaoh backing, when you see Buhari and Jubri backing, when you see Awosa Lamajiri backing, when you see Yoruba collaborating with them, all they want is to destroy Biafra. When you see British government gallivanting all over the world as a world power. But you know, Britain is the world power. They control China, they control Japan, they control America, they control everywhere. Britain is the world power. When you see them gallivanting anywhere, you begin to ask questions sometimes. Where is Nebuchadnezzar? Where are the Babylonians? Where are they? But then I will not proceed until I appreciate the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama himself, who is our wisdom, our knowledge and understanding. No matter both great and small, he remains our God, for he is the primordial influence that drives us in everything we do here. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, ịma n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị. Ubioma ge ujuru anyanya dadio emaningwe gembangwe o digonye dikage ebu afa n'omega anyị niile na-asị na edemao. Of course, without wasting much of our time, we will be going to our topic this morning. And our topic today is simply the fate of a country. The fate of a country. that already have been decided. The fate of a country that has already been decided. I didn't say the fate of a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. Saying Nigeria is a country is just to enable us strategically position her where it actually belongs. Sorry, I use she. Where it actually belonged. But let's go by that so everybody will understand. The fate of a country that have already been decided. There is nothing that will happen in Nigeria that will take me by surprise, because every true Nigeria, every sincere Nigeria, and every true Biafran understand how this zoo called Nigerian operate. I do not expect the chicken in my poultry farm to begin to give birth to goat or dog. I expect them to lay egg. And so when I come every morning to my poultry farm, I pick up the eggs. It's normal. And if you are coming to Nigeria as a zoo where they train monkey and babu, you're expecting them to lay egg, so you pick up this egg. I think you are hallucinating. You are the most miserable human being on earth. You are a Nigerian. You do not know that even before you were born, your fate has been decided. From the day British government placed their foot in West Africa, in African continent, they decide your fate. They came as holy, wonderful people who love righteousness and justice. They came as people who were just strolling around, and before you know, they gave you religion that is making some very lunatic black people across the board to run mad. You know, it's only in Africa you see pastor that raise the dead, you see pastor that do miracle, you see pastor that eat fire, and so on and so on. I wonder why the British people who gave us Bible do not have calibers of pastor like TB Joshua and the Oyedepo and Kumuyi and the rest lunatic jumping up and down in the name of pastor. But that is not where I will go into this morning. I will not digress further. From that very day, our destiny was designed. Our fate was concluded. Right from onset, the creator of the zoo called Nigeria has concluded and perfected all the arrangement to keep the zoo called Nigeria down. I take my time and sit back. Some people will say, no, vote for Buhari. When you vote for Buhari, it will make Biafra to come on time. That is good. And some people say, no, vote for Atiku. Atiku will help to present restructure. Good and fine. But what I know is that Buhari, Atiku, America, China, Japan, anybody in the world will not give us our freedom except Chukwu Kikabiama step in. I know. And that is the same thing is applicable to every true Biafran. No, we have to vote. No, we have to not vote. No, we have to support. Everything has been written down already. They watch us and allow what the script they have written played out before their very eyes. The fate of a country that has already been decided. Many people do not know. They are still playing the football in INEC office. Buhari Chester versus Atiku United with Obi. They are still playing it. Where are they this morning? Are they in Kogi State? Atiku take the ball, he passes it to P2B now, he dribble Sibanjo, and I hand it over to Buhari. Buhari is taking the ball, Buhari is now, Jubri is now in Sabisafara. He said, go, we are waiting for you, be calling the result. Only Mugu, monkeys and babu, real original blooded animal are listening to all of you. We know the fate of Nigeria even before you went to the polling station. And now you know what will happen. Buhari is going to win, and then Atiku is going to sue Buhari to court, and then some people, lunatic from Biafra land, and some chameleon Yoruba people, all of you will take Buhari to court. You know what? Sharia court lawyer is waiting for all of you. Sharia Chief Justice Attorney General of the zoo called Nigeria is waiting for all of you. The fate of Nigeria has already been decided, even before your father was born. The only thing that will save all of you is to make sure that this zoo called Nigeria is totally dismembered. A pendulum was put in place. The more you try to correct the flow of this pendulum, the more it will create chaos. There is nothing anybody can do about it. The only solution is Yoruba nation, go back. You will be respected globally. Teach the world what it means to be a 419er. Deceive everybody. They will respect you for who you are. After all, they will consider you as a mutation. The nation that has the ability to forge everything forgeable because you are 419. Awusa, they will see you as the link between cow and human being. Because if you will sleep with cow, you drink cow breast, you behave like cow, and British government is using you to manipulate Nigeria, and you are doing it effectively, that means if they are able to breed cow and that of human gene, it may give birth to something better than Homo sapien. Believe me. And then you will be saying, take Hausa blood, mix it with cow. You have an angel-like of Homo sapien. The world will respect you for that. But you want to die, Sawa, Nigeria, because you have the manual. We have it. We have it. It's just that most Biafrans don't think the manual was original. Some of them say, no. This manual was formed by IPOB. No. It's Ojukwu who wrote this manual. Okay, make give Nanya. Just sit down very well. Be watching your house in Lagos. You will soon be paying house rent like me. Nonsense people. The fate of a country that have already been decided. That is why you can see that all the communities that has the resources that finance the project of this zoo called One Nigeria, they will never allow them to develop. You do not know. Where you see Ogoni person now, you see Ogoni person come for Biafra. Most of them will say, no. We are not Biafra. Igbo want our oye. Aside Magnus Abbey, which Ogoni person is enjoying? Ogoni people even die more than Kalabari and Okereka people this election. Do you understand what I mean? Magnus Abbey is among the signatory that endorsed the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa, his own brother, with one other lady. 7 persons were asked by Alamajiri government to endorse the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa. Magnus Abbey is one of them. Another woman, I can't remember her name, but she used to be, is it Minister of Tourism during all the late time? That woman is Ogoni woman. 2 of them were the people from Ogoni land that endorsed the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa. So if you are Ogoni man, you are jumping up. Oh, Magnus Abbey is my man. This woman, you are among the people who killed Ken Saro-Wiwa. The fate of the zoo have been written already. I could only pity you. No. We are Ogoni. We migrated from Ghana. No. We are Gokana. We are Kanakano Gono. We are Nelemen. You are deceiving yourself. The fate of your father, your mother is in a manual. They just remoting you. You are jumping up and down. I thought Eleme was the son of Ogoni before. Today now, because of Ogoni cleanup, that will never be. Ogoni now is not saying no. Eleme is not part of Ogoni. Eleme Ndushi. These are criminals. Your fate has been decided already. No, they are jumping up and down. No, you fight with your vote. Fight. Is vote. Asare Dokubo is jumping up and down. Asare Dokubo will continue drinking from the same water that he urinates in and eat. Did you see any federal government project there outside Barak? This is one thing I do not understand about these people. When Asare tell you how many PhD he bagged in Saudi Arabia, it will marvel you. But what I do not understand is, why do they reason from their anus? Oh, okay, they want people to clap for them. The stage is open. Buhari is going to deal with all of you. The stage is open. I will continue to see it until this era is gone. We're in a new dispensation. One midnight, I opened my phone and I saw somebody, one lunatic saying, "Oh, Asare, we are sorry. They killed your sister in this election. We send our condolence." Who sent condolence? Say you send condolence, not we. I deleted that person immediately. Who they send condolence to you? Are you not the one saying Igbos are coward? Of course, many of them are coward because it's Igbo lunatic that is sending you condolence visit. That one of your relative was killed. How, which is your son? But of course, your children will not vote. You want other people's children to come and vote, so you become warlord. Ndushi. You are watching all of you. No. We are middle belt. No. We are Midwest. No. We are Niger Delta. No. We are Igbo. All of you, if you are in Biafran territory, and of the truth, your father and mother, your father in fact is a Biafran, begin to reason proper now. because no lunatic will be allowed to remain in Biafra land. Those who are not Biafran in Biafra land, begin to pack to where you come from. Useless people. Ikwere man will come and tell you, no, we are from Benin. Pack to that Benin now, before it's too late for you. You people don't know what is happening. Some lunatic from Abo will say, no. We are not from Benin, we are not from Igbo, we are from somewhere along between the southeast and the south region. We actually fall from heaven, and our father landed. His name is Marere, his name is Baleke, his name is Obiazekwo, his name is they now analyze. All these people are criminal, and they are Wokwandi, they are Mama. They are everywhere, they are denying their identity because they never know that the fate of the zoo called Nigeria have been decided even before they born. Anything you say do, we will do. Anyhow you push us, we will go. But at the end of it is that let the road lead to one destination: Biafra restoration. The fate of a zoo that have already been created. No country in no state, no people in this Nigeria who are producing what makes Nigerian to tick that will ever be recognized. You will suffer. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. No. I'm from River State. Leave my Port Harcourt for me. You are a madman. You are a very lunatic. You don't know. Your father is the owner of Port Harcourt. How many rooms does your father have? Shame on you. How many of you where does your community control? Shame on you. I spit on all of your grief. No. Leave our Ijo. You are not Ijo. Yoruba blood inside you. It is what is causing the catastrophe that is making your brain to shake it like Ururu. No. We are sure no true Ijo person will come out in the public and yap like you are yapping. No. I'm Ohaneze Ndigbo. You are Yoruba Hausa blood. We know how many children in Enugu that were pregnanted in Hausa. Do you think when what is his name, Lamido Sanesu, when he's coming to Enugu, they will put somebody homecoming because he pregnanted so many Enugu women? And he said, no, leave our Biafra. Some of you are not happy. I don't want you to be happy. My people will show you. When you frown your face, you will see your nose. Frown, let me read it so that you can see how flattered and battered your nose is already. By Boko Haram terrorists all over you. Any community that has anything that makes Nigerian tick, that makes British government to hallow or galavant over Biafra land because of oil, you will suffer. It is written already. It is written already. Those who know this truth embark on a mission of strategic planning in order to maintain their position of advantage over others. The Yoruba understand this strategy. They know that our fate inside this one Nigeria have been decided already. Awusa no. What did they do? They embark on a mission, a strategic mission, to be able to position themselves on a position of positive bargaining. Everybody know. For instance, the Hausa Fulani, they map out the following agenda. They knew that Nigeria is not meant for the good of anybody. Lie. Not even Hausa know already. British government want all of it. They want all of it. With due respect, when my leader say United Kingdom remain the most, how did he put it, the most civilized piece of land in the world, I think Biafra have to be like British government. We have to terrorize the whole world so we become civilized. With due respect. Because I can only see people who are greedy, people who do not have human feeling, people who, you see that old woman, what did he call herself? Is it Theresa May? Did he say she's the Queen of England? And then I tell you, I'd rather become an animal. I'd rather become a monkey and baboon to have the same blood flowing in the Queen of England with my own blood. Do you know how many people this woman raped? How many children he killed? Well, I'm not thinking from his own line of direction anyway. But we must continue. Civilization, my foot. Integrity, my foot. Holiness, my foot. Righteousness, my foot. No wonder Jesus said, what use is it that you have food and a brother come to you and say, I'm hungry, and instead of you to bring out the food and give to the brother so that the brother or sister will eat and begin to thank God, you now open your mouth and you start yapping and say, Araba Santa Tataraba keke, receive food in your belly, receive food in your belly. God will not give that brother food. That sister and that brother will die of hunger. They are not going anywhere. God expects you, bring out the food and give to them. If you are civilized, if you are advanced, if you are truly human, if you are not Satan, if you are not devil. They say what is good for the goose is good for the ganja. Am I correct? In the Bible, in case it doesn't matter who you are. Oh, sorry. I will know the game there. This is what they do. They went back and replanned. What did they replan? Number one, to remain in power. Watch after the civil war. Did I say civil war? After the genocidal war opposed on us by British government, Hausa and Yoruba in collaboration. Hausa Fulani terrorists. Gowon is still alive. They knew one truth. And that one truth is that they must remain in power. So all the 11 terrorists who call themselves general, who brought war to kill our people in Biafra land, are the ones who are ruling you today. Asad, Shenikon, and Jonathan. Every other person that have ruled Nigeria is among the 11 generals of terrorists who unleash mayhem and pogrom upon our people. They knew the truth. I was vowed and say, we must remain in power. They are working tirelessly, effortlessly. I read the article Fani Kayode wrote. It's unfortunate that Fani Kayode is a Yoruba man. But I think Igbo man crossed his mother. That is why he sound normal. Because no Yoruba person is supposed to sound normal. Like a Fani Kayode, FFK. But Fani Kayode must understand, we know this already. We know already. It's not new to us. Even before now, Adamu Farouk have made almost everything known to us. But the area I'm looking at is when Hausa Alamajiri knew, as stupid and hopeless as they are, they knew that since our fate have been decided, they need to position themselves in an angle of advantage. And they went back and said, we will constantly remain in power. That is why Ahmadu Bello, the Satan of Sokoto, he now said, and as far as I can foresee, we must consider Nigeria as the four estate of our fathers. We must ruthlessly deal with them. We must subdue them. We must Boko Haramize them. We must make sure that if we cannot get anybody to appoint as a Sharia judge or INEC official or a general in the Nigerian army, I will go and employ British government. Did you know I was not born when he made that speech? Do you know they are carrying it out up to this moment? Because they knew that the fate of the zoo called Nigeria had been decided even before I was born. Number two thing that Hausa did was to take over your land. And they are saying, and as far as we can foresee, we will take over their land. We will kill all of them. We will compromise their king. We will compromise their governors. We will compromise their elite. We will compromise their intellectual. And we are going to make sure that everywhere across the zoo called Nigeria, you will have another new colonial master, and it shall be called the colonial branching colony. We will deploy every system available until we take their land. And some governors, because of second tenure, are giving this land to them. These people understand that your fate have been decided already. Mad people. Hausa knew that one of the agenda, one of the things they must put in place to continually dominate me and you is to Islamize us. And they are working very hard. Go to Imo State. More than 90% of the chiefs in Imo State, all of them are now Muslim. You now begin to hear His Royal Highness Chief Yusuf Nwolo, Tufiakwa, Imo State. Go to Enugu. Chief Abdullahi Tokotoko. They are around Oshi. Hausa is using your brain. My people will say, well, where is she? They must Islamize you. When you hear Asari talking, you think it's human being that is talking. Asari is gone, dead and buried. It's an Islamic jihadist. It's just that people like Ateke are there to checkmate him. That is why he's not been able to unleash his jihadist mayhem on his people. Of course, Bayelsa people, his people are waking. They know he's a fake. Let Asare come out and call Bayelsa boys to come on the street. And I will come out and call Bayelsa boys to follow me. Let us see who they will follow. I'm not talking of Mazen Nandekano. Do I blame him? They take him to Saudi Arabia, do him a brakta, give send some alert to him, he receive alert, and at the end of the day, and now start yapping. The day you made mistake was the day you dare IPOB. You think IPOB is Igbo? You are very hopeless. You think Sabi Igbo man, Asari Dokubo? You think I be Igbo man? You think IPOB is Akwa Ibom? You think IPOB is Abo? You think IPOB is Irobo Ishekiri? You think IPOB is Bayelsa? You think IPOB is Port Harcourt? IPOB is IPOB. IPOB is Biafra. IPOB is I am that I am. I am Bondi Ayambo. We are what we are. You cannot differentiate us. You cannot define us. You cannot tell us who we are. We tell you who we are. And at every given moment, we will respond to you to comparing the level of your own stupidity. Oh, the game is very open. Awusa said they will Islamize us. That is why Awusa will tell you, say, no, leave Jesus Christ alone. Outside the document, we say, leave Jesus Christ alone. What I know is that you cannot tell me that Jesus love for some people, you don't love some people. Who the hell are you to question God? If God said that we are the apple of his eye, who the hell are you? He just keep you quiet, believing that one day you will repent, you mumu yourself. God will punish all the people who they support you. I'm trying to see Asari with the Biafran flag. Have not seen Asari. Is forging flag that will never be. You are forging flag that will never be. There are things we do not want to see. We will say them bit by bit. They will Islamize us and they are doing it. Okay, Zia Bazu is now a Muslim. Oji Sokalu is now a Muslim. David Umahi is now a Muslim. Rogers Okoro Hausa is a Muslim. No. Let's leave that one. Is our man we know already. The destiny of a country that have already been decided. Our side exactly know what to do. They know. They control your resources. All the oil well in Bayelsa, Asare Dokubo community belong to Awusa. Only one section of the oil well belong to Yoruba. Asare Dokubo don't have oil well. No Ijo man have any oil well. No Ogoni man have any oil well. Do you know the richest black woman alive is from Yoruba land? Her name is Mrs. Alakeja. Mrs. Alakeja owns an oil well in Bayelsa State, and she became the richest black woman alive. Mrs. Alakeja used to be a tailor. From being a tailor, he became a bank manager. You know what they do now? They take all these fine girls. I've never met the woman. I've never seen her people. Maybe she's fine. They pick our guests and make them, what do they call them in the bank? They now send them to Awusa to sleep them. Go and ask Genevieve Naji. She know what I'm saying. Go and ask Genevieve Naji. She know what I'm saying. She know where he meet Atiku. And when some people will say Genevieve Naji was very hardworking, he actually at one film and at another film and they never they had film before they born Genevieve Naji. Until the day Genevieve Naji and Atiku met by the bed corner, her life never remained the same again. Nonsense people. We go pour all of una for ground. Make una begin the born again before it day too late for all of una. Make una they born again. The same way they tell you, no, don't go there. You are not civilized. You are not civilized. If pretending is what you call civilization, has remained a primitive and in the dark age for the avoidance of doubt. Awusa know the truth. They know the truth. They control your resources. This very Alakija all of a sudden become a prostitute in the back, going to sleep with different Awusa people across Nigeria. Just so, do you know that Yoruba people owns First Bank? First Bank, first of all, belonged to British government. It was then known as Stanford Bank. Before Moritola Mohammed converted the name, changed the name to First Bank of Nigeria. That is why they killed Moritola Mohammed. Moritola Mohammed is from Edo State, former Bender State. He's a Biafra, most of you don't know. When he came and saw everything about us is British government. He changed British Petroleum to African Petroleum. He changed Stanford Bank to First Bank of Nigeria. He removed every British government everywhere. British people arranged his assassin, Awusa assassin, and killed him. Have you asked why Awusa, if they claim that Moritola Mohammed is Awusa, why are they not honoring him? The community where Mohammed, what do they call his fucking name? The very community where Moritola Mohammed come from in Biafra land. Go there, he built the first mosque. Their mother title rapper. They call a Kenkwa for Uri. There are many tribes in Biafra land who do not speak Igbo, but they understand what a Kenkwa for Uri means. They understand what Ofokoro is. They understand what Ofojuju is. They understand everything understandable about that which is the fate of a country that has already been decided. Asare Dokubo can betray IPOB, they can betray Biafra, betray their mother, come out and yap against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with some lunatic backing them up. But believe me, Nigeria know who you are. You will never own an oil well. You will never, over your dead body, you will never. Your school cannot even be in Nigeria. Your school must be in another man country. And you are coming and jumping up and I'm waiting for your new video clip. The one that God talked to in toilet, I'm waiting for all of you. You think I'm here to joke? I had every access to travel anywhere in the world, believe me. If I decide to come to America today, I will be in America. If I want to go to Europe today, I will be anywhere in Europe. Whether Malaysia, Indonesia, I can be anywhere I want to be. But you know what? It is better some of us will be on ground to watch your level of stupidity. Awusa knew they plan properly and know that they must continue completely subdue us. They're subduing us. Go to Bonnet. Asari Dokubo is not telling you that in Bonnet Island as we speak, you have more Awusa in Bonnet than any other tribe. Ibani are no longer there. There is an island far away within Biafra land. The island is called Mangrove. Go to that Mangrove. 90% of the people staying there are Awusa Fulani Alamajiri terrorists. The remaining 10%, 6% are from Delta State and they are female. They are prostitute for Awusa Alamajiri. As I talk to you, the 3% or remaining are Igbo who think they are businessmen. We have been into the nook and cranny of Biafra land. So when you are yapping, we are just looking at you. Do you know me? Do you know I can come and serve you tea this morning? Awusa knew that to be able to position themselves on the edge of proper advantage, they must completely subdue us. We are all seeing these things coming to pass before our very eyes today. We've seen them. Adamu Faruk said it. We will make Igbo irrelevant. You don't know when they say in Igbo, they are saying we will make Asari Dokubo irrelevant. Don't you know? I have a friend, Mrs. Jo. When I mean Injom, left and right, Injom, up and down, Injom, front and back, Injom. When I visited their house somewhere in Bayelsa, and as we were coming into their compound, there is a cashew tree there. His uncle was sitting under that tree and was behaving like a lunatic. I asked my friend, his name is David, I will not call the other name because there is no need for it. I said to him, what is wrong with your uncle? Who is that man? He says, my uncle. What is wrong with him? He said, you know, during the war, they were living in Kano. And he went to work. Before he came back, they have invaded his house. He had 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Before he could rush down from office down to his house was empty already. And up to today, you've not seen his sons, nor daughter, nor his wife. That when he finally was able to come back to Bayelsa State, he kept wishing and hoping that one day his children will walk into that compound. But it will never happen because these children have been captured by the Hausa people. They will call them Mama Taraba and Papa Taraba. They will come and speak Igbo and speak Bayelsa and claim they are Hausa. They will never come back home. I look at the man, I pity him. And that reminds me, my father don't have Abo name. When I begin to notice the nonsense happening in Nigeria, when God Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiama begin to enlighten me, I knew my father don't have native name. His name is Julius. We are not hiding. We exist. And I said to him, Father, what is your native name? He looked at me. And he smiled. I was still small then. He smiled and said, my son, I don't have native name. I don't have. His name is Julius. Julius Onibe is my father. He don't have native name because of one Nigeria. They will subdue all of you completely. So they walk with the winning. Now, you come and look at the other aspect of it. Everything Hausa and Yoruba threaten to do, it is playing out before our very eyes. The Yoruba, on the other hand, have considered that, first of all, they have nothing to lose. When you talk about one Nigeria, Yoruba have nothing to lose. Are they losing or you were? Yoruba have nothing to lose. This is one truth they know. They have nothing to offer. They know the truth. Yoruba have nothing to offer when it comes to Nigeria. Number 3. As such, do not have the power to bargain. Now they decide to play smart by taking the position of advantage to play the chameleon game. Yoruba have nothing to offer, neither do they have anything to lose. And finally, they decide, okay, what we'll do is, since we have nothing to gain, nothing to lose, let us stand aside and support the winning party. When Hausa is winning, Yoruba become Hausa, you begin to see them, Allah Akubara, Allah Akubara, Aineje Kanama, Aineje Katoke Toke, Anyibundi Yoruba, Anyibundi Ofemano, they'll be jumping up and down everywhere. They become Muslim overnight, including Adeboye and Kumuyi and TB Joshua. And all of a sudden, one Igbo man making part, they start identifying you. They will now become Igbo. Na kedu Igbo ajekutama momi muabo onyo femano. You know we are one. They now tell you how all of us fall from heaven all the way from Egypt. Yoruba have nothing to lose. They have nothing to gain. But at least they are able to reposition themselves to a place of advantage. So they walk with the winning team. And in the end, they are always rewarded for any part they play, whether good or bad. I have read histories of what Ojukwu did to save Yoruba people. I have read history of what our people did to save Yoruba from being disseminated, from being destroyed by Hausa Fulani terrorists. I've read all of them. But what I could not understand is that having brought a genocidal war against our people, Yoruba people are the people who work very hard to make sure that the little that is left of us is taken away. Go and ask Awolowo. He's a founding father of Yoruba people. Go and ask him. Go and ask him. But when it comes to the Biafran elite, they have only but the following plan. That is why I say, understand that the fate of this zoo called Nigeria has already been decided already. But when you come to Biafra, this is what our elite have at the back of their mind. When I mean elite, both king. When I was born, my father told me, a king is born to serve. In fact, Obi of Agbo is an example of what I'm saying. I am older than Obi of Agbo. Obi of Agbo was born in the same hospital with my immediate junior brother. The same hospital, the same very day, everything the same. I'm talking of Obi of Agbo. But my father told me, so even if I'm older than the Obi of Agbo, I have to bow down before him and acknowledge him. Do you know that when Obi of Agbo was born, his father have died without having a son? And now what people were contemplating, now that our king is there without a son, what do? We need to move this throne to the next family, his younger brother. But they said, hold on. One of the wife is still pregnant. If she delivers a baby girl, then the throne will move to the family of the younger brother. But if he delivers a boy, and then he becomes the king. And in a few days after the Obi of Agbo died, the wife delivered a baby boy. And they call him Obi Kagbekuzi. Obi Kagbekuzi. Obi Kagbekuzi. Obi, what will our people say again? Because some people will say, oh, the throne is moving from this family of Ikechukwu to another family. So I'm older than that boy. But it doesn't matter. When I go to the palace of Obi of Agbo, I pay allegiance. He don't need a certificate from one useless governor that have 4 years or 8 years to mumu himself, bamboozle himself and fool himself and get out of the way. But it's unfortunate when we talk about elite, we are talking about those who are telling you, I am the Amagana of Akadakadakadaka kingdom. And when you investigate them, you see one useless politician gave them certificate. Many of them are there. Most of them are fighting so Biafran will not come. I'm trying to tell you what most Biafrans are doing instead of trying to reposition themselves to a stage where they can positively bargain for the good of their people. They are fighting for second tenure. Most of them are fighting to impoverish you, so you become irrelevant. They will impoverish you. It's a deliberate attempt. They will bring the enemy to kill you and subdue you in your own land, your own people. Yes, we can come out and say, yes, Hausa Lamajiri came, they invaded the house of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and about 28 people were killed. He miraculously escaped, but who gave them access? It's Okezie Ekpazu. Okezie Ekpazu. Okezie Ekpazu. Okezie Ekpazu. Do you know what it mean? The name mean? He created people who will stay behind, and he will remain behind. Okezie Ekpazu. He created people that will remain behind. That is what it means in Abo. So Okezie Ekpazu, your name means that you are the one that are creating people who will stay behind. So anybody following Okezie Ekpazu, you must know that you will always remain behind. They make dream, they dream. They create a dream world. They use it to deceive you. It's a mirage. When Okezie Ekpazu comes on a platform and tell you, do you know I am the first governor to build a flyover in Abia State? Some people will clap, oh, Okezie Ekpazu, hail him, hail him. You will not know that they just erected 3 pillars. The same way Chubika Amechi will say, I say, yes, I built monorail in Rivers State. Some lunatic will say, oh, he built monorail. Go there, it is about 13 pillars. Chinese people come to mount 13 pillars all the way from China. And these people are even ashamed. As a construction company from China, you left all the way from China. You come to River State and mount 13 pillars. You collected billion and you go about. Now let us clap for Chibuike Amechi. Oh, he's a monorail man. Hey, monorail man in the ocean. Okezie Ekpazu built the first flyover in Abia State. Abia people, let's give him kudos. Hey, Okezie Ekpazu. Hey, Okezie Ekpazu. This is what our elites and intellectuals are doing. They will build mansions everywhere. Now, I'm not a civil engineer. I must make you understand that. But I noticed that I could draw buildings, I could design buildings. And most governors in Biafra land, I drew their building. I designed their building without knowing. If you know Alesoti, tell him George Onibe. If you don't know George Onibe, tell him to ask for Sokare. If you don't ask for Sokare, ask him to ask for Tonye. If you don't know Tonye, tell him his wife is from Calabaris. You ask his wife. Then somewhere along the line, he will know he's still owing me over 1.7 million for the job I did for him. We are looking at all of you. We design your house. Go and ask Toby in Opobo. Somewhere you need to go to the Igbo extraction of Opobo people in Opobo land. I won't call the man's name, but go to his house. I actually occupied about 3-bedroom flat in his compound in Opobo there. I designed Opobo in the time of Odele government. But that is not what you are saying. What I'm saying is stop fooling yourself. Our politicians are there to build mansion. They build big house everywhere. They own building everywhere in the world. And when they stay in that, they are beer parlor and they are yapping. If you see their banquet hall can contain 3,000 individuals. They have bedroom for harlots in their banquet hall, all of them. And they tell you know, actually one country actually made a fun of them. They made a fun of them. You see, have you seen my house in Oklahoma? Man, the house has 20 swimming pool. You know, the house have 13 table tennis court. The house have. But how many swimming pool are you going to swim at the same time? How many table tennis court are you going to play at the same time? They are laughing at you. They are laughing at. These are the only dreams that our so-called leaders in Biafra land can do. Yoruba know what to do. They have to position themselves to the point of having advantage. Awusa know. They have written it down. No. We are going to vote. We will vote, and you are deceiving yourself. Is this inside this Nigeria? You have to kill all the Hausa. If you don't kill all the Hausa, they have lined up for you. They are waiting for you. Kwankwaso is there. Erufai is there. Toro is there. Boko Haram is there. All of them are there. Get ready. But I must tell you, Biafrans, why they are doing this. Our people suffer. And before their very eyes, our life are taken from us. and they can do nothing because they don't have any plan from the beginning. Do you know why before the president of PFN and CAN, they will Islamize Biafra land? Because Muslims have agenda. Christians don't have agenda. Yes, we are Pentecostal of the Pentecostal in Nigeria. They don't have plan. All they are planning for is how to buy private jet that will be better than that of Oyedepo and Odukoya. No, we are the continental Christianity in Nigeria. They don't have plan. Christians don't have plan for you. They want to take you to heaven. To go to heaven, you must die. And none of you are willing to die. So when you hear any pastor telling, and you know, as a pastor, we are believing Holy Ghost, so holy. You think God is a God of the weak? Get out there. Stop deceiving the people. They don't have plan. And so I must say, Biafrans, we can all see the politics being played. Politics that is being played out before you are already been planned by the Hausa, Fulani, and the Yoruba terrorists, even before most of us were born. Adamu Farouk made it clear. It is playing out before your very eyes. There is a confessional press release by Fani Kayode. But let me tell you the truth. If we do nothing, if we do not stand up and take our destiny into our hand, then that may be the end of us. You are Biafran anywhere in the world. You are still deceiving yourself. No. I'm Niger Delta, I'm Delta Niger, I'm Southeast and I'm South. You are deceiving yourself. No. I have a building in Lagos and in Abuja, and as such, Nigeria should remember. You are deceiving yourself. Don't let anybody deceive you. Look for the nearest IPOB family closer to you and get ready. We are waiting for the football match to play. Buhari is taking the ball. He moved to Daura. Yes, another coach had picked the ball. He passed it to Atiku. Pass it to Oshimole now move it. No. Now it's with, what is his name, Adams? What is this Yoruba name? They are mad people. I'll be back in a minute.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords the people the platform on which to predict their future. Thus, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra, London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, he's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end. Now.
Anything you hear on radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I come. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is near. It's telling me. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. My home is telling me. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. My home. My home. For many years after the war. Yeah, we be praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio Biafra. All I had is loud.
The people cannot predict their future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nnamdi Kanu's voice, I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I come. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is near. It's telling me Biafra is my way. Biafra is my hope. Biafra is my
Yes, sir. Without wasting much of our time at this moment, our lines are open. Like I said earlier, something happened yesterday. I was attacked, but my phone was removed from me. But then they are all going to fail in the end. And at this moment, we have only one line for you to be able to get to us this very morning. And that line remains 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971. You are all expected to call it. You are in diaspora, you are in Biafra land, you are male, you are female. The only line we have available at this moment remains 081 221 52971. The number to call once again now that our line is open is 081 221 52971. We have was one number. We cannot say because the phone is not there, so we will not go ahead. But the lines are open. Like I said, the line remains 081 221 52971, and we must continue. Yes, a caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead. The word is listening.
My name is Umar for AGK. I'm calling from Ministry. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. I thank you for all you have been doing for us. I thank you for the life of my leader, Mazin Amdekan, and all the people officers that is working hard to restore our nation in Biafra. We thank Almighty God for all He has been doing. We say, may Almighty bless our leader, bless our destiny leader, Mazi Uchimoko, and all the faithful officers and our mother, Lolo. This is in Nayani. I say, may God Almighty guide and protect her wherever she is. Mazi, I thank you for picking my call this morning. I have been trying this line. Even sometimes if I call Mazi and Ozi, I'll complain that they don't like to pick my call, or the line is so busy. I thank you for picking my call this morning. Then you should carry my guide and protect you and to restore our nation. Hello, Mazi.
Go ahead, please.
So, Mazi, the problem is in our hands. The thing is that our so-called elders and leaders, they are the ones bringing us down. What our leader is doing to make sure that we escape all this mess that you are eating. They don't care about the poor masses. All they care is about their children. And whenever I try to say the truth, they will check you out and try the way to see you. As I am now, I'm in Enugu. I know how we work in church. Sometimes I get angry with some of our church. I attend Anglican church. Before this election was passed, I have a big problem with the Anglican church because I didn't support them for once, for all they have to do. Then we asked you to go and vote. And if I try to ask them, have you ever asked our people that all these things they are killing us is not acceptable? Have you asked to pray to the restoration of Biafra? The pastor now got annoyed and began to shout. We have a problem. I have a problem with that pastor. Within 2 weeks in that church. What I'm not trying to say is that our pastors are the ones causing the problem for us. Is there anyhow that he can use and be calling them one after the other? Encourage them, pursue them, tell them what they should be teaching in church, so that we know where we stand. Because our leader is trying so much. Our leader is trying so hard. We work tirelessly every day to make sure that we escape from all this mess. All these pastors, they keep on telling to stay for one Nigeria, that division is not good, that we should stay as one. For those that we are praying to stay as one are not working to be as one with us. Why should they be telling us to preach, to pray for Nigeria as a one? Why the people that we are praying to become a one is not easy care about our life.
Awusa know that Nigeria is not one. They told you before now that as far as they can foresee the zoo called Nigeria, it could only be considered as the estate of their forefather. Yoruba told you Nigeria can never be one because oil and water cannot mix. But then Nayango say Nigeria should be one. Asare Dokubo say Nigeria should be one. Sabotua say Nigeria should be one.
Is it not the answer that went and begin to speak our leader is complaining that Nigeria keeps his sister during this election? Imagine how these people are misbehaving. Then we stand with this side.
They didn't kill anybody in Atiku village. They did not kill anybody in Asari village. I mean in Buhari village. But they kill people in Asari village.
You see, all these killings that they killed on last Saturday, there is no any of them that killed in northern side. All these people is only Biafra.
But my condolence is not to any one of them. When I'm going to heaven, I will branch in hellfire because of them. I will send them to the very hottest part of the lake. Anybody that died because of this election need to die over and over and over and again. He will be killed over and over and over again. They will never rest in peace.
I'm really confused, especially our so-called man of God. That is the only our problem right now. To think about this as is governors. They are just doing their own because they don't.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. We must continue. Thank you. God bless you.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead and try and summarize. You have only one line this morning.
There is something that I want to ask you, but I would not like to ask you.
Send me text message on this line. I will respond to you. 2-3 days I will respond to you. Yes.
After this broadcast,
just send me text message as you're dropping the call. Yes, we must. Biafrans must understand. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Awusa knew what is coming. They position themselves on the angle of advantage. And they tell you how it's going to be. And that's how it's going to be. They take Buhari to court. Good morning, my brother. Go ahead. The word is listening.
Yes. My name is Ekuma. From Ancestral Mokonekiza. Thank you for all you're doing for us. Chukukabiyama, we did want to reward you at the when we restore our new government that we will soon come on. At this point, I just want to say that, as I said yesterday, voting in Nigeria is better you go and look for where you play Lotto or the so-called Niger bet before you say you are going to vote, because if you vote in Nigeria, it will take you 1 week before you get the results. I must say to Mazen, what I'm seeing in this election is not something to take home. The so-called election have come and they are rigging it there, because everybody, we told people that the election must be rigged. So, and he is now seeing it. He is now shouting for one Nigeria. And that one Nigeria, we told him earlier. Ghana is laughing him now as I'm seeing. Ghana is laughing people, because we told him not to follow them and shout one Nigeria. Now, see what is going on in the so-called election. The Chukukabiyama we are worshiping will not leave us at the end, because we told them early. It's not that we did not tell them. These people have vowed that they are the one that born to rule. They are ruling themselves.
Of course, no, they are ruling us. You must accept that. They are ruling us. They are going to rig the election. Nobody will see anything. Peter Obi and Willie Obiano will fight and kill everybody. They are doing the normal thing. So they know how to position themselves on the angle of advantage. Yoruba know this also. They position themselves on the angle of advantage. So don't say they don't know what they are doing. If all our people have taken from us is all God has assigned to them in all their life, I think they are not losing anywhere. I could only pity people. No. We are educated. No. You want to interrupt my second tenure? No. And the first governor to build a flyover inside the Abia State? No. We are going to give you second Niger Bridge. No. We are going to give you, what did they call it? Igbo presidency. No. Don't touch it. You will give us cattle colony. Hausa are doing their job very well for their people. Yoruba are doing their job very well for their people. Where are the Biafran people? Asari will say, no, go and vote. Igbos are coward. Ijo will defend it. We Ijo are vicious. They have killed Asari's sister now. I'm not seeing vicious. Where is the visuality? Criminals everywhere. No. You cannot. Ijo will vote. They will fight for their vote. Ijo have voted, and now they have killed Ijo people. They will revote in Ijo land. They will kill more Ijo people. The same way Ogoni person will tell you that no, we are Ogoni, we are not Biafra, we are not Igbo, because it's Ogoni man that signed that they should kiss Kensaruwiwa. Una they crazy, una they mad. Then do now. Who do now this thing? Go ask Magnus Abe. 2 signatures there for the document where they use Ken Saruwiwa. One of them now Magnus Abe. The other one now woman. I forget this woman name. This woman now minister for culture and tourism. During all the late time, you know who this woman be. Next time, make our kill Ken Saruwiwa. On a day the mumu na self. No, we are not people. No, we are not Biafra. No, it's Ken Saruwiwa. You know the saboteur way even Ken Saruwiwa play. You know the saboteur way Adakaboru play. You know the saboteur way Fajuna play. You know the saboteur way all this saboteur inside the wala. You say Chuko Kikabiama go forgive any of them. Many of them are still there. No, they are working very hard. We will destroy Judge Onibe. We will do this one. Is it not Judge Onibe? They do something them poison me. No be Yoruba poison me. No be Hausa poison me. Now Yoruba blood and Hausa blood inside our body. It's over 3 months now. I'm still battling with it. No. They gonna wake up on the crease. Now no get sense. Hausa have vowed they will take over your land. It's a matter of time. Wake up. Yoruba have vowed we will follow the winning party. PDP win, we become PDP. APC win, we become APC. Wake up. Reject Nigeria in her totality. You are Biafra, Igede, Yala, Idoma, Rochuku, Ungwambito, Rumba, Nombisi, Amandoba. You are a Biafra from Urobo, Shekiri, Patani, Ole. Wherever you come from in Biafra land, Mbiama, Asagbo man, Urobo man, anywhere, Okwani, Otoluku, Akomazi, Weri, Anyocha, Obuluku, anywhere you come from in Biafra land, don't let anybody deceive you. Forget about that comfort zone you are right now. Look for the nearest IPOB family and join there. It is going to happen. Don't let anybody deceive you. It is not a threat. It is a promise. We will do something that will make both Yoruba and Hausa and Biafra. All of us will head for Europe. We will cross the Mediterranean Sea. We will cross the Atlantic Ocean. We will swim and we will eat all the food in your land. We will drink the river in your community dry. Is it not Europe? And when we are done, we will head to another destination. You know, no say anything we get left to get right. You know, no say when you pass one junction, you meet another junction. That which you fear will come upon you. You will not even remember you have oil well in Biafra land to come and drink. But we're taking this time to sensitize our people to make the will. No, they talk here too much. If you want Judge Onibe to cause war now, all I need to do is to go to Opiweka, kill 3 Hausa people, and I tell you in 1 hour they will kill 1,000 Biafrans across the northern part of the zoo. The war has started already. Do me and do you, God no go first. I be never hear her. That musician never do sing for that. Do me, I will do you, she. Mad people. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Of course we lost that caller. Wake up from your stupidity and your foolishness. Caller on the line your name and where are you calling from? Can you hear me, please?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes. Ignore your radio. Go ahead, please.
I've ignored it already. My name is Mazi Ugochukwu Diego. By the special grace of God, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the national coordinator of IPOB Cambodia. So, my brother, I feel that I am blessed today to hear your voice or to talk to you one-on-one. Before I proceed, I will not
to honor is due, which is our leader, our supreme leader, Mazin Nandikano, and his deputy, Maju Chemefo, and all the members of the Directorate of the State and other IPO, the principal officers. So, my brother, everything you are saying is clear. And my happiness is that this is the moment of awakening and people are awakening. This is why we must continue. Somebody that has been a very staunch Nigerian, my classmate, he is in China. I have been talking to him over and over and over again concerning this issue. He can't blah, 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 everything I say is about politics, is about Nigeria. This morning he has not allowed me to rest. He has been flopping my inbox with messages. Nigeria is fucked up. Nigeria is this. I told him that I think this is it. That's your Nigeria.
You see, my brother. Sorry, I interrupt you. You know, now we are telling them allow Biafran to go. They refuse. Very soon we will be the one Nigeria. That time they will say no, one Nigeria go. We will not agree. Leave all these people. They don't know what is coming for them. Very soon they will be begging us. We will become one Nigeria. We will become the Muslim.
My happiness is that I am here. Yeah, my happiness is that I'm hearing the voice of someone like you and so many other Biafrans who already know what is happening. As okay, so I'm Biafrans are awake now. Thank God for our leader Mazin Nandikano, who made it possible. Because before, all of us had these ideologies on mind, but nobody knew what to do. But thank God he has at least brought people together. It will be very, very difficult for Hausa to implement it. That is what my conviction that yes, Biafra is the land of God. And he has already done it, and he did it at the right time. Because if not for this man that came at this point in time, my brother, where will we be by now is what I am talking about.
Maybe my name would not have been George Onyibi. My name would have been Usmala Mohammed.
You know, all these people that are making noise now, they would have been carrying Jalabi for a long time. They know born them well. They know Islam. All these people where they rant, where they talk, you'll be telling them, some of them will be talking about, do they know Islam? Have they thought about Turkey?
Do you know I actually went to one mosque to worship? I went to one mosque to worship. I want to see how they worship. And when inside the mosque now, the guy now start hollering. Allah Kobara Onuneje Kanama. Everybody begin to walk like Nama. Allah Kobara Onuneje Kandioshi. Everybody begin to walk like Indioshi.
That is how they behave.
Mad people.
Yeah, that is how they behave. You know? So, but we don't blame them, and we are not afraid of them. The only thing is that we are trying to very, very happy to fight it. We don't know why they know forever. We had the women one thing, and all Biafrans should know that this generation of Biafrans are not called for any kind of Nigeria. They are called only one mission, to make sure that they separate Biafra from Nigeria, so that the generations to come can treat this nation to what it should be. Because my father has already told me, even before the emergency of Mazin Nandikano, that Biafra must come. And that when it comes, it will become the Europe of Africa. And this is the vision we are looking up to. And nothing can stop it. And nothing will stop it. So if the Israelites in Egypt would have stayed in Egypt to remove a pharaoh, or to be looking for a pharaoh that will be giving the cucumber and the carrot, now there will be nothing like the state of Israel on the face of the earth now. And our people should not be this stupid to stay in this zoo and be asking for coconuts and cucumber. We cannot continue like this, and that is what you are saying. It is simple. Even in the presence of war, our people were saying that it is never we will be Nigeria, and that is how it is. If we present this issue to the world, and the world said that they will not listen to us, they want all their friends to go down so that they can come and drink oil. It will be also a record. If that is what they want, since they are trying to look the other way around, I believe that our leader and our leadership will make sure that they present this thing to the world in such a way that none of them will deny it, that they don't have the sense of it. Then let what will have to happen. Let us see who we see.
Thank you.
If God will see that we are children of God or not.
Thank you. We must continue.
So
Thank you
let
very
the people
much.
who are doubting about the Biafran restoration go and look into the Genesis chapter 49, verse 19. Let them know that that is the word of God, and So this is what I have to contribute this morning. Thank you very much for a good job.
And God bless
continue
you.
with all Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. We are not going anywhere. There is a reason why we are here. People don't understand. Oh, no, give us all that. No. We never find them out. There are many saboteurs inside there. Most of them are in IPOB. Most of them are principal officer. You don't know even if I'm a saboteur. Every one of us must be tested, tried, and proven. Until that, he said 100 men. These 100 men must be tested, they must be tried, they must be proven. But what we are taking our time to do is to tell you, wake up from your stupidity. This fate of the zoo called Nigeria has already been decided even before you were born. You're just playing out the rule. A pendulum was put in place. It is causing catastrophe everywhere. The more you try to correct the system, you create more chaos. And they are sitting there watching you. The next thing you will see, BBC cannot tell you that the election have been rigged. No. CNN will not say that. Go to CNN now. From morning till night, they will show you one man that saved a British chicken. Oh, hero of the month of February. Do you know that this man saw one chicken drowning inside one potopoto and he jumped into the potopoto and saved this British chicken? Oh, he's a hero. Look at how he valued the life of chicken. British government will play this clip over and over and over and over. But before the very eyes of British government, under their watch, millions of Biafrans are being murdered. Nigerians are being slaughtered like mosquito, cockroaches. They are not heroes. You saving life, you will go to jail. One day I was driving and a vehicle knocks a boy down. And when I came down, the boy was unconscious. Hit inside the gutter that you have more water out there on the dry drainage. I couldn't help this boy, neither could anybody. Why? Because if he dies along the way, you will be the one who suffers it all. And everybody there, because they saw I was driving, said, no, please help us, please help us. I said, but we all know how it will end. If this boy die now, I'll be the one to bear testimony to what I do not know. They say, no, we are with you. Carry it, we are following you. And I carried the guy, we went to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, the doctor said, sit down here, I sit down. He said, you are not going anywhere, just hold on. Just hold on, let's see. They now call police. They gave me instant bench warrant. And I was watching the boy. I say, God, I'm just helping. But if I will pay this price, then I will pay it. And maybe about 1 hour later, the boy recovered. And the boy could talk. I said, do you have your father's phone number? I said, yes. I said, give to me. He gave to me. I called his father. I said, this is what happened. Do you know the people who were telling me, no, we are with you. All of them have abandoned me. Only me don't answer case who I know nothing about. But this is how Nigerian for sure. This is how they are. This is how they are. We know all these things. Biafrans, wake up. Biafrans, wake up. Anywhere you are, look for the nearest IPOB and join. Because you go soon see me for America. I will come like a refugee in America. I will go like a refugee in Queen of England. I will go like a refugee everywhere. We will make this so-called power to shoot refugee in the broad daylight for all of them to see. Let's see how civilized they are. Nigeria is going to fall. It is said that they allow Nigerian to be peacefully dismembered, or we will bring Nigerian down as a war. Yoruba will feel the gunshot. Hausa will feel the gunshot. As my father and my mother felt the gunshot. Nigeria will fall totally. It will fall totally. Forget about this election. Forget about those army in the checking point. Nigeria will fall totally. Do you know Nigeria don't have enough army to contain only IPOB, not to talk of other lunatics? Don't you know a lot of people are going to get mad when they start? Do you know Nigeria had to import army from other African Islamic nations to suppress or oppress Biafrans? Get ready. That which you fear will come upon you. Remember, we are not here to ask for Yoruba land or Hausa land. We are here to ask for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Night word in Ambo, all way to Akogesiri, de Nambu Wibibi. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, Mazonibe.
Go ahead, my brother. The world is listening.
Mazonibe, I thank you so much for the job you have been doing for us. I also thank our director, our onye ukwu Chineke na-akpọpụtara ya dazọpụta anyị bụ Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mofo. Maazị onye ibe, to tell you the truth that we are tired of Nigeria. All those governors from Biafra land that want to give our land away to Hausa Fulani and Almajiri, I tell you, the gods of our land will never forgive them. Are you with me? The gods of our land will never forgive. The gods of our land will never forgive them, and them and their generation will never see anything good. For me and my family, we are not Nigeria, and we can never be Nigeria, and Nigeria can never be one. We are Biafrans, and we are meant to be. We are the children of Chukwuebuka Abịama, and we have come, as the Bible says, we have come to reign and shine like the children of God, and no man come by a woman can stop us. We are marching to our promised land, and we are going to our promised land. Whatever they do, whatever they like, there is nothing they can do about it. Even though Supreme should go and carry the whole army in Sudan or anywhere come, we are going to conquer them.
Thank you.
We are going to conquer them.
Thank you.
We are marching forward. Nothing will stop us. This is not 1967. This is a new millennium. We are going to fight and bring them.
So sorry, I lost that caller. But we must continue. This will be the last caller, for the day, because our times are almost spent. My brother Sam Chuku said, Ephesians 4:26 said, be ye angry and sin not. Don't let the sun go down upon you when you are angry. But I was there before. In fact, as a youth, the problem I had is how to control my temper. And as a Christian, I prayed very hard for God to help me to subdue my temper. Until God told me, no, getting angry is normal. I put anger in you. And God said to me, do you know when I got angry in the days of Noah, that I have to destroy the whole generation of Noah? God was angry and he destroyed the world. And if I am angry and I destroy Nigeria, I will be seen as a righteous man before the presence of the Almighty God. Is it not in your Bible? You are telling me what Paul said. But you are not telling me what God said. God was angry with the generation of Noah. He destroyed the whole world. Is it not in your Bible? And if I am angry and I destroy only Nigeria, you think God will call me a sinner? Package yourself. And I never read the Bible and they can't quote the Bible. The one we then tell you, they can't tell us. I'm signing off from here. You must understand that Nigeria is a country whose fate has already been decided. We have three partners in this very issue. Awusa know that to remain relevant, they must subdue me. Yoruba know they have nothing to offer, and as such, they must support the winning party. And some Biafran lunatics in different guys are telling me that no, like my brother just told me now. Do not be angry. Do not be angry anyway. Don't you know that he went away Chineke or maybe so what? Did you not read it in your Bible? And God was angry with the generation of Noah and he destroyed everywhere. God destroyed the days of Noah. He destroyed Noah and everything there. Did you not read it? And if I'm angry and I destroy only Nigeria, you think God is going to be angry with me? He will not have the moral ground to justify his action against me. Because he was angry and destroyed the whole world. And now I'm angry, we are going to destroy Nigeria. We will destroy Nigeria. If they don't want Nigeria to be destroyed peacefully, it will destroy holistically. It will be destroyed bombastically. It will be destroyed every way imaginable and imaginable. All of us will run to Britain. All of us will flood Europe. The Mediterranean Sea will suck the blood of blacks and will reject our blood. Before we get to the level where our body will fill up the Mediterranean Sea, I think somebody will begin to speak up there. Don't let anybody deceive you. We're not here for Yoruba land. We're not here for Hausa land. We are here for one thing. One thing. Allow us to be the author of our destiny. Allow us to exercise our right to self-determination. As I stand off here, remain focused, remain blessed. For what we want is our freedom. Nothing more, nothing less. Those who know what it takes, those who know what to do, those who can do what they're supposed to do in order to allow us to go. Please don't deceive yourself. Begin to do it. Oh, your satellite is monitoring me. You are tracking me. Oh, be tracking me. Oh, you have intellectual. What do they call them? CIA, AASS, SSSS, different intelligence agencies. You know the joke. You know the joke. You don't know what they do now. I sign up from here. I remain George Unibi. Directing, streaming live from Agbo, Biafra land. Agbo, Delta State, Biafra land. We are waiting for the football match. Referee, we are waiting for you. British government is the referee. Between the football ongoing, Atiku Chester with Buhari, what is the name of this other football club? Manchester, Man U, and which one again? Nonsense people.
This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God that is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. Through happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about the holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs where the rhythm of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, cause we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. Through happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah, understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of conquest to show, yeah, cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah, show us love we used to do before. Beautiful faces that we see again, yeah. We need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. Our happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. Holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Holy, Nambekano is another salvation. In the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. So rise. Made it through the sun to home. Gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late.